Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy, and today I want to go through a little bit about how to create a small garden space. Now, I had this awning here that was fairly old coming off my shed and my carport, and it was a little bit of a lost area that was being wasted. So I decided to get some paving done and put a beautiful little layer of pavers. I had my paving fellow out, and to continue the Japanese theme throughout the back of this garden. Now, firstly, I'll just show you, I'll give you a little bit of a quick pan around. Now, I'll start here because I actually do a few mini gardens. Now, I kept to the Japanese theme, and you can use things. I find when you're doing a mini garden, it's great to get things from pet shops because these are all water resistant, so they don't fade. They're good for fish tanks. And I also put my little rocks, as you'll see in some of my other Japanese garden videos. This is how you create a miniature garden, and I thought that would just be fun in this small space. I bonsai'd a box hedge, which has worked really well. It's actually I've even wired it, and it's actually going really well. So I just thought that was a bit of fun to keep the Japanese theme going. Now, moving across, like I said in some previous videos, it's important to cluster some of your plants together. So I found some ornaments to keep the theme going. I found a little stand so I could fit more in the space. I just put bricks or whatever you can find underneath. But succulents, I've created again a little climate because they thrive better when they're in the same sort of zone. I find these little creeping ones are great. They just spill over and they create a real softness to the space. Now, you can put whatever chairs and things that you kind of want in here. I've just got some cushions. Mine's undercover, so it's actually protected from the rain. But this is just a beautiful spot to actually sit. Like, I'll just sit here for a minute. Now, I found this crate at a local nursery, and it's great for just using for small pots, and it's also really good for just putting a cup of tea on. You can move the pots. I move them down sometimes, and we just come out here and have a cup of tea or a coffee. This is a cyclamen. My daughter actually made the pot for an art show at school, so it's really beautiful to have that on display as well. And of course the succulents are happy there. They're not in full sun, but they still get a lot of light. So moving along, I've also bought it's really good to look around for some tables and things that you can stand things on. This one's out of the weather. I found this at my girlfriend's antique shop just out of town. It's not an antique, it's sort of more of a vintage style table, but it's actually good for putting things like this. Just a simple pot, something easy growing like succulents. Again, I transplant these a lot and I propagate my succulents a lot. So it's not very expensive to do that. And I also have another pot under here just sitting on a brick again, which just fills that space. Now, I've also put a beautiful conifer here just to create a bit of a wall to the fence. And it just is I love conifers. They're soft, they're easy to grow, they're very low maintenance, and this one is really doing well. And I've put some little alyssums, they'll come good in spring because it's actually winter here at the moment. And I've tried to marry all the colours of my pots together, so it's good to kind of keep in similar tones. You can put an odd pop of colour, but you know, it's good to just try and blend things together. Now, macrame hanging pots have become really big again. This one I was given as a gift and I wasn't quite sure where to hang it, but I found the perfect spot. Again, I've repotted some hanging succulents, and I just think that looks beautiful in the space. It just softens it. And I've actually let a few of the weeds, as you can see just down here on the ground, just to hide the pipe behind, and it creates just a nice soft natural look to the garden space. Now, if we pan around to this side, there's actually a trellis on this side, and I'm growing honeysuckle on here, and I'm just continually threading that through. I do keep it clear on the ground here. I have some sleepers that create defined space because I just like to have good leg room, and it's good for the dog to be able to run around without knocking pots over and things like that as well. Now, I actually really love my daughter's artwork. I've actually managed to hang this on this trellis, and I think it looks great. So you can kind of hang different things and put a little bit of a quirky feel to it. But this is a beautiful, cool space that I think, you know, you can enjoy for many, many years. And that's how simple it is to create a small space in your garden as well. So just start to think about it. You know, it might plant some seeds in your mind as well to just get creating. So thanks for watching today. Hit the like button. I'll see you soon. Bye.